Have you considered smart blinds for your office or home? And if you have you considered Beasen blinds? Because today's sponsor is Beasen blinds, which is right behind me. I installed this motorized zebra pattern, and I want to talk about my experience, what the installation process was like, and whether or not I would buy more of these. Because check it out, I have a little remote right here. I can just drop the blinds like so, and I can be like, oh, let's stop it right there. And I can raise them back up, etc., all from this remote. Also from my phone as well, because this particular model is connected to my Apple HomeKit, and you can connect it to Alexa and whatever, smart device that you have or smart home system that you have. And if you have a whole living room full of these, you can time them to a particular day-night structure for when they raise, open, all that stuff. So they are really cool, honestly. I installed this set over the weekend, and it basically took me a couple hours. I did have to take down my previous blinds, which is the typical experience of taking down blinds if you've ever done that before. Pop out the thing, unscrew some screws, then you're good to go. With the Beasen blinds, they are custom ordered, so you do have to give exact measurements for the window. I had to measure 3 spots on both the vertical and horizontal positions just to make sure that the blinds do fit, and luckily the blinds showed up perfectly matching, which is very nice. So again, custom ordered to each window, so you do have to have all the measurements intact. But basically you unbox it, you pop out the tabs on the top, and you install those 4 inches into the window, essentially on both sides. And once you have those installed on the top, then you clip in the actual Beasen blind motorized kit, and you're basically good to go. You do have to awaken the motor. So there's a button you hold and it awakens it. And then after that, the remote technically should be paired. If it isn't, you can pair it yourself. If there's some sort of issue with it, you can always do the manual pairing process back to the blinds, but it should come naturally already good to go. And then there is the powering solution. So you do have to figure out how you're going to power it. And luckily this window right here is facing the sun when the day rises, so it gets a lot of sunlight. So I went with the solar panel. So there's this solar panel strip that does have some adhesive that you just press to the window, and then you plug it in via USB-C connection, and it supplies a little bit of power throughout the day. I don't know how fast it charges. It's only been a couple days. I haven't had the battery run out yet. So there is that. But if it does run out and the sun is down, not charging it, you can actually hook up any USB-C charger to it. So if you have like a power brick delivery type of thing for your phone charger, you could just plug in a USB-C cable directly to the Beasen blind, and it should give it some power and charge it so you can actually use it in the middle of the night if your blinds were to die in that particular case. But I figured the solar solution will be perfect since I'm in California, where there is a lot of sunshine, and this window is particularly pointed towards the rise of the sun, which works out pretty well. So as it is right now, it's charging. There's a little light that flashes that says it's getting juice from the solar power. But honestly, the installation process was really easy and smooth. I did have to have a power drill. I did have to have a step ladder to be able to get up there and deal with the stuff. But if you're comfortable with that, then it should be no problem whatsoever. So I am liking these blinds so far, and I think it is really cool as a smart home solution, and the ability to just, raise them, lower them, all that stuff. And with these zebra blinds, you do have these moments where you can get like complete blackout like that. So I can actually drop the blinds all the way down, which I'll do right now. And there it goes, and it's completely shut. It does have the ability to adjust the bottom. So if the bottom is maybe not quite going to where you want, you can actually readjust. There's instructions in there to adjust lengths and all that. I didn't have to do that with this. It basically goes to the bottom, and a little bit of light leak is okay for me, so I'm having no issues with that. So this basically worked out of the box for me, which is awesome. I was a little worried about having to maybe readjust things or something like that. Turns out I had to do none of that. There is also light blockers on the left and right, which I do not have installed at the moment because they are adhesive. And the particular adhesive did not stay against the drywall pattern that's on the sides of the window here. Like this, this side and this side. So my actual wall texture was having an issue with the adhesive. So I don't know if I'm actually going to put the light blockers on officially. They do kind of add some more negative space and also shrink the window just a little bit, like an inch on both sides. And I'm not sure if I like that specifically, because this window is already on the smallish side. There's only one window in here for this office. So I could see the light blocker being essential for a bedroom to make sure you're getting as much blackout as possible. But for an office, maybe not. Maybe that's not the case that you want for these particular blinds. Also, you can mount them outside the window as well. So this is considered an inside mount. I could have done an outside mount. In fact, I was considering that initially, but then I was like, for the zebra pattern, I think it looks better with the inside pattern like this. So I feel like that fits things better. Oh, also in terms of time, this does take a little bit of time. I mean, not a lot, obviously. You don't want the motor to be like rush up or anything like that. But, you know, if you want to open the blinds, it does take, you know, half a minute to a minute, something like that. Or like manual blinds, you just, you know, that type of thing. But that is a minor inconvenience for something as smooth and cool as these motorized blinds. I think it's pretty awesome, honestly. It's a little futuristic type of feel. So anyways, that is my video on these smart blinds. I am enjoying them. Thank you very much, Beasen, as well, for supporting the channel and sponsoring this video. That is amazing. I do appreciate it. If you are interested in picking up a pair or a set or a whole set for your house, I do have links below that you can check out. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you next time for another video. Peace.